हरि ओम. अष्टाध्यायी प्रवेशः part number 5. Essential basics before embarking on studying Ashtadhyayi. Notes by Ashtadhyayi student S.L. Abhyankar. Toward the end of the previous article, it was noted that set or anit or wet as a feature of a dhatu prompts us to understand another essential basic, the topic of agamaha, rather samvarnaha, which gets added extra. But before that, one may wonder why all the discussions about the it sutrani. Why to have the itaha in the first place if they are to suffer lopaha? As is well known, the itaha are used to compose vyakaraniya samjna. The simple reason to have itaha is that there are many grammatical elements which are absolutely identical but serve different functions. They can be distinguished from each other by assigning distinguishing vyakaraniya samjnaha, which are composed using itaha. Let us study dvau krut pratyay, lep and nyat. In lep, there are dvau itau, l as per 138 lashakvata dhite and pa as per 133 halantyam. Both get dropped. What affixes as lep is only ya. In nyat also there are dvau itau, n as per 137 chutu and ta as per 133 halantyam. Both get dropped. What affixes as nyat is only ya. So both lep and nyat affix as ya only. Now let us consider an upadeshaha, a dhatuhu avagam. By affixing lep or nyat, the shabdaha obtained is avagamya. But in avagamya karma karaniyam, work should be done on understanding. Avagamya means on understanding. The pratyaya here is lep. Note, avagamya is avyayam, indeclinable. In another sentence, pathanam avagamyam bhavet. Teaching should be understandable. The meaning of avagamyam is understandable. The pratyaya here is nyat. Note, avagamyam is visheshanam, adjectival. There can also be pathanam avagamya karaniyam. Teaching should be done after understanding. Here again, the pratyaya here is lep. Avagamya is avyayam, indeclinable. So, though both lep and nyat affix as ya, both are pratyaya, lending different meanings. Their vyakaraniya samjnye ought to be different. This is fulfilled by employing different itaha. The itaha had the role only for coining the vyakaraniya samjna to be different. As pratyaya, they have to be affixed without the itaha. Another great use of itaha is that they have facilitated sutrani in Ashtadhyayi to be very compact. Definition of a sutram as stated in the shlokaha swalpaksharamasandigdham saravad vishvato mukham astobhamanavadyancha sutram sutravido viduhu. So this shloka wants that a sutram should have as few syllables as possible. And a good specimen is in the sutram 115, kiti cha. Padapatha, kiti, saptami ekvachanam, cha avyayam. Anuvrittihi, ikaha, 113, gunavruddhi, 113, and na, 114. So sutra se anvayaha, kiti cha ikaha gunavruddhi na. Note, kiti is saptami ekvachanam of kit, which in itself is samasik shabda. Actually, the word kit needs to be written, read and understood as kit. Ka, ga, nga plus it. Kit plus git plus ngit. Interestingly, all these three words are themselves compound words. Kit means kavaranaha it asti. yasmin, tat, bahuvrihi. That which has ka as it, and ka can be it, as in lashakvata dite, or by halantyam. Git means ga varnaha it asti yasmin tat bahuvrihi. That which has ga as it. And nit means nga varnaha it asti yasmin tat bahuvrihi. That which has nga as it. Note, all three, kava, gava, ngava, can be itaha. Either if they are antyahal of upadeshaha by sutram 133 halantyam, or they can be itaha if they are adivarnaha of upadeshaha by 138 lashakvata dite. Lashakvata dite has that ku, and ku means all varnaha of the kavarga, and ka, ga, nga, they are all varnaha of kavarga. So lashakvata dite applies if any of these varna are adi varna of the upadesha, because all three are ku, that is vyanjanani of kavarga. Now this condition of itaha to be antya or adi is not for all itaha, all the time. In dhatu pathaha there is dhatu number 1143, drush, drushir, prekshane, bhadihi, parasmaipadi sakarmakaha, anit. To see, to look. Note, व्याकरणीय संज्ञा of धातु दृश is दृशिर. In दृशिर, दृश, I plus r. There are dvau itau. I as per 132 upadeshe janunasika it, and r by sutram 133 halantyam. Both I and r seem to be at the end, but actual antyam is only r. I is before that. Interestingly, there is a Vyakaraniya Sanya in Ashtadhyay for the penultimate Varnaha in an Upadesha. The Samjna is Upadha. Its literal meaning is what is held, dha. What is there, close by, upa. Rather, close by to the end. Hence, penultimate. Most dhatvaha in Dhatu Patha have Vyakaraniya Samjna, which are coined using itaha. There is an implicit code about which it connotes what characteristics of the dhatu. I may rather not go into that detail. Point to be noted is that itaha are used not just for coining Vyakaraniya Samjna, but there is also an implicit code in use of itaha. One such coded it is ut. See Sutram 61135. Sut kat purvaha. Actually, the word sut should be sut, that is sa plus ut, whereby sut means sa to be added extra. So ut means a grammatical element, a varnaha to be added extra. Note, sut is sa plus u plus ta, wherein both u and ta are itau. U as per 132 upadeshe janunasika it, and ta by sutram 133 halantyam. Here u is upadha it and ta is antya it. As was discussed earlier, set means sa plus it, where it means vowel e to be added extra, ta. This is as good as the it ta used as a pratyaha, because the varna to be added extra is a vowel. Here sut means consonant sa to be added extra. So ut is as good as the composite it used as a pratyaha, because the varna to be added extra is a consonant. Grammarians call such varna to be added extra, whether a vowel or a consonant, as agama. Now, may it be noted that I have been speaking of many words such as pratyahara, anubandha, vyakaraniya samjna, padapatha, anuvrittihi, adhikara, anvayartha, आतिदेशिकाः धातवः, इत् सूत्राणि, आगमः, etc. All these words or grammatical terminologies are not mentioned by Panini Muni in Ashtadhyayi. These words and terms are coined by venerable grammarians, especially by Patanjali Muni, who wrote Mahabhashyam, the most respected commentary on Ashtadhyayi. Well, we are discussing the Agamaha Sut. Actually, the Agamaha that is coming in of the Varnaha Sa. It is important to dwell on this because there is Sut in the word Sanskritam itself. Note the word Sanskritam, rather the Pratipadikam Sanskrita, is Kta of Dhatu Sam plus Kru. Theoretically, the Kta should have been Sankrita, but it is Sanskrita, means there is Agamaha coming in of the Varnaha Sa between Sam and Kru, that is before Ka, which is Kat Purvaha, before Ka. Note, Kat is Panchami Ekvachan of Ka, that is Varnaha Ka. Note, this Kat Purvaha Sut Agamaha coming in of the Varnaha Sa between Sam and Kru does not happen always. It is qualified by Sutram 61137. Samparyupebhyah karotau bhushane. Let us study this Sutram. Padapathaha. Samparyupebhyah. Panchami bahuvachanam. Karotau. Saptami ekvachanam. Bhushane. Saptami ekvachanam. Note, Samparyupebhyah is Panchami bahuvachanam of Samparyupa. Sam plus Pari plus Upa. Karotau is Saptami ekvachanam of Karoti. Bhushane is Saptami ekvachanam of Bhushana. Anuvritti Sut Kat Purvaha from Sutram 61135. Anvayartha Samparyupebhyah Karotau Bhushane Sut Kat Purvaha. Samparyupebhyah, that is, in the instance of Pradaya or Upasargaha, Sam Pari Upa. Samparyupa is a compound word of iteratara dvandva type and meaning sam and or pari and or upa. Karotau, saptami ekvachanam of karoti, when associated with a word derived from dhatu hukru. It is interesting to note that grammatically karote is a tigantam of dhatu hukru. How can there be saptami ekvachanam of karoti? The point is that in Ashtadhyayi, words like karoti are used as a samjna, connoting any word derived from the related dhatu. That again is data crunching of large number of words derived from every dhatu. Coining samjnaha by using various tricks or techniques seems to be the crux of Ashtadhyayi. This is certainly an essential basic to be noted. That is the logic of all the long and detailed derivation about its sutrani. Bhushane means if the meaning is adorable, positive. Sut, there is agamaha coming in of the varnaha sa. Kat purvaha, before the varnaha ka, of the word derived from dhatu kru. A good example is of two words sankara and sanskara, both derived from dhatu sam plus kru. There is however the difference that in sanskara there is an extra sa between sam and kara, kat purvaha sa. So sanskara is for positivity. In Hinduism there is a tradition of 16 shodasha samskaraha to enrich every individual with positivity as many times throughout the life and even after death. Because there are some samskara to be performed after death also. Conversely, sankaraha rots negativity, not only individually but across the society, as mentioned in Strishu Dushtasu Arshneya Jayate Varna Sankaraha, Gita 1-41. Sankaro narakayaiva kulaghnanam kulasya cha patanti pitaro vishesham luptapindodaka kriyaha doshaireitair kulaghnanam वर्णसंकरकारकैः उत्साद्यन्ते जातिधर्माः कुलधर्माश्च शाश्वताः. 1-43. Note, there is sut in the word Sanskritam also. This means that speaking, reading, writing Sanskritam is Bhushanabham. Only because Sanskritam is Deva Bhasha, Deva Vani. The word Sanskritam is in Sri Ramayanam, thought about by Hanuman when he was to present himself before Sita. He pondered whether he should speak in chaste Sanskritam or not. He thought, Yadi vacham pradasyami dvijatiriva Sanskritam Ravanam manyamanamam Sita bhita bhavishyati. If I shall speak in chaste Sanskritam like Dvijaha, she may think that I am Ravana in disguise and she will become scared. Sita feeling scared will not be Bhushanavaham. So, I may rather not speak Sanskritam. Of course, Hanuman was very intelligent, always exercising discretion. Though I may not discuss all the Agamaha, I would like to discuss Sutram 8332. Ngamorasvadachigamun nityam. Padapatha. Ngamaha. Shashti ekvachanam. Rasvat. पंचमी एकवचनम अचि सप्तमी एकवचनम ngамut प्रथमा एकवचनम नित्यम अव्ययम ngamah षष्ठी एकवचनम can be so written only by those who know that ngam is a makaranta samjna whose षष्ठी ekvachanam would be ngamah. Panini presumes a student to know this. No Sanskrit dictionary would detail a word ngam. No commonplace textbook would detail ngamaha to be shashti ekvachanam of ngam. Actually, ngam is a pratyahara samjna having initial ng from Shiva Sutram 7, Yamagananam. The ending ma is also from the same Shiva Sutram. So, pratyahara ngam connotes the set of ng-na-na. Rasvat, panchami ekvachanam, if preceded by rasaswaraha. Achi, saptami ekvachanam, means when followed by an ach, by any ach, that is any vowel. Ngamun, prathama ekvachanam, is samasik shabda, having component words ngam and ut. Ut means agamaha, as mentioned earlier in the context of the words sankaraha, samskaraha. There, meaning of sut was agamaha of sa. Here, ngamut means agamaha of ngam, that is agamaha of anunasikaha ng-na-na. Note, ngamaha get agamaha of ngam means ng gets additional ng, n gets additional n, and n gets additional n. That means they become doubled. Their dviktam results. Of course, this one-to-one correspondence of ng to ng, n to n, and n to n is logical and implicit. This is another example of Sutram 1310. Yatha sankham anudesha samanam. Yatha sankham anudesha samanam. Nityam means always, without exception. All in all, meaning of ngamo rasvadachi gamun nityam means that the three anunasikaha ng-na-na get ngamut, that is agamaha of anunasikaha ng-na-na, that is they get doubled if they are preceded by rasvaswaraha and are followed by any ach, that is any vowel. For example, udaharanartham, in kurvanneva, kurvan plus eva, there is anunasikaha na in kurvan, which belongs to ngam. Preceding it is rasvaswaraha a from rva, is followed by a, which is ach. So, there is dviktam, doubling of na. making ne. As a pratyudaharanam, counter example in sarvameva, sarvam plus eva. There is anunasikaha ma is preceded by rasvaswaraha a. But first of all, the anunasikaha ma does not belong to gam, so it does not get doubled. As another pratyudaharanam, counter example in sarvan eva, sarvan plus eva. Na is preceded by dirghaswaraha a. So there cannot be dvittam, doubling of na. Because what is required for doubling is that the swaraha preceding na should be hasva. Here it is a, dirghaswaraha a. In the course of the study of a sutram, I have been giving the padapatha. But detailing the padapatha, of course, involves doing sandhi vichhedaha correctly. Let me note that the rules of sandhi are detailed in 3 lists. In Ashtadhyayi, sandhi is called as samhita. Sutrani about sandhaya are in sutrani after a declaration, samhitayam. The 3 lists are list A from 6172 to 6158, that is 86 sutrani. List B from 63114 to 63135, that is 21 sutrani. And list C from 82108 to 8467, that is 1 plus 119 plus 67, that is equal to 187 sutrani. That is totally 86 plus 21 plus 187 equal to 294 sutrani. The first sutram in all the 3 lists contains the word samhitayam. Each of the 3 lists make the domain adhikaraha of the word samhitayam. Though it would be out of place to study so many sutrani in these notes on essential basics, it would be good to discuss at least a couple of sutrani. Sutram 6177, Iko Yanachi. Padapatha Ikaha Shashti Ekvachanam, Yan Prathama Ekvachanam, Achi Saptami Ekvachanam. From our study of Pratyahara, we know that ik, I, u, ru, ru. Yan equals ya, va, la. Ach equals a, I, u, ru, a, I, o, au. In simple terms, meaning of the sutram is that ik changes to yan when followed by ach, that is any vowel. Note by ik changes to yan, it is to be understood that I changed to ya, u changed to va, ru changed to ra, ru changes to la. Note the above meaning is by one-to-one correspondence between the elements of the 2 pratyahara, ik and yan. Such correspondence is endorsed by the sutram mentioned earlier, 1310. Yatha sankham anudesha samanam. Yatha sankham anudesha samanam. Note, samanam in equal sets. Anudesha correspondence. Yatha sankham as per inherent order. Note, ik and yan are equivalent sets because both have 4 elements each. Ik contains I, u, ru and yan contains ya, va, ra, la. This also explains why the order of ya, va, ra, la is such order in Shiva Sutrani which is different than their order ya, ra, la, va in the dictionaries. A few examples of sandhya as per Iko Yanachi, also called as yan sandhya, are ati plus utsahena, atyutsahena, khalu plus idam, khalvidam, pitru plus ajna, pitradnya. Note, ati plus utsahena is at plus I plus utsahena, becomes at plus ya plus utsahena, and then becomes atyutsahena. Khalu plus idam is khal plus u plus idam becomes khal plus va plus idam becomes khalvidam. Pitru plus ajna is pi plus ta plus ru plus ajna becomes pi plus ta plus ra plus ajna becomes pitrajna. Such change of e to ya or u to va or ru to ra or any such change of one to another is called as adesha, substitution. Note, conventional meaning of adesha is an order, a command. In Sanskrit grammar, in Ashtadhyayi, adesha means change, substitution, replacement. Having noted that the words such as adesha, upadesha as Vakaraniya Saudhya have meanings quite different from their popular meanings, it is to be appreciated that Shastri Kashinath Vasudev Abhyankar thought it fit to compile a dictionary of Sanskrit grammar. See the link https://ia800-609.us.rjavi.org. You can take a snap of this and put it in your address box. Getting back to the discussion about Sutram 6177 Iko Yanachi. What would be the sandhi of Prati plus Iksha? We know that Prati plus Iksha is equal to Pratiksha. But as per Iko Yanachi, should it not be Prati plus Iksha, Prat plus I plus Iksha, Prat plus Ya plus Iksha, Pratyiksha? No, it has to be Pratiksha. Because in this instance, another sutram, 61101, Akasavarane Dirgha applies. There is a dilemma, but the dilemma is resolved by applying the latter of the Dve Sutre. There is a sutram even advocating how to resolve such dilemmas. The word for dilemma is Vipratishedha, and the sutram is 142, Vipratishedhe Param Karyam. In the instance of Vipratishedha, the latter Param is to be adopted Karyam. Actually, adopting the latter is what we practice. If there are in the library 2 editions of a book, we would like to go by the latter edition. The point to be noted is that the thought Vipratishedhe Param Karyam is implemented in the sequencing of the sutra in Ashtadhyayi. That is why Sutram 61101 Akasavarane Dirgha is much later than the Sutram 6177 Iko Yanachi. Actually, it is 24 Sutrani later. Is it much too later? It is. But one has to respect the sequencing. This also means that one needs to be mindful of the relationship between Dve Sutre even if they are distant apart. Important basic. Well, may I take another pause? Shubhamastu.